What up? Welcome to our first podcast review 3 weeks in, on time. We got Garrett, Sam, and Jake Caesar here, co-owner of Humble Squids.
Mm-hmm. A new member.
New member.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna get right into it. Just get into the beef and cheese. What's everyone's thoughts on the year so far?
Swans are frauds.
That's productive. I think the year's going pretty well overall.
I think this year sucks.
It sucks.
I think it's super unbalanced. We got 4 3-0 teams, and we got 4 0-3 teams.
Dude, it's not your fault. You traded all your picks.
It's not about me.
You're white.
It's not a.
Yeah, I don't really know what you're talking about. I mean, there's never great parity in this league, and at least there's some competition at the top.
I don't know what parity means.
This league doesn't, that's for sure. It will be interesting seeing the approach to managers come week 8, come the trading week. No trades so far, for the record. I'd like to see more of that, but I think overall...
I don't think we're going to see many player-for-player trades, to be honest.
I sent a couple out. All were rejected.
I got a bunch for Zamir White, but no one wanted. I didn't want to trade Zamir.
If you had so many offers.
Someone offered me.
You had 0 offers.
Yeah, Duncan Dynasty offered me Eckler and Barkley for Zamir White and James Cook, and I said no. Those guys,
Produce the receipts, or you're fucking.
I said those guys are gonna blow up.
Oh my god.
Sorry, we're watching baseball too. Yeah, so that's the thoughts on the year so far. We're only 3 weeks in. Now
I
we're
think
gonna
Kebab is making the title.
We got
We have
a hot take. We have a hot take.
So Bamba in the playoffs. You heard it here first. After
No,
dropping
Kebab will be
in
in
the
the playoffs.
title.
In the
That's at
title?
the title
Yeah.
game.
in the title after
Kebab
dropping
will be in the playoffs. It's basically a foregone conclusion.
after
We already know-
dropping
we
Aaron
already know, like,
Rodgers.
4 of the playoff teams.
He
It's
has
pretty much
Gabamba has a 77% chance to make it. Jake, as a new member of the league, what are your thoughts of the league in general?
Now that I know what parity means, there is absolutely no parity.
You didn't know what
Did you actually not know what it
I
meant?
had to fucking Google it.
What?
Damn, bro, I thought you were smart.
Idiot alert. Okay.
Hey man.
This guy needs to take Latin. To learn his SAT words.
All right, we're gonna get into who we think is our overrated team so far. I think it's pretty clear that my overrated team is Mr. Nudes himself. This team sucks.
He's not even overrated. He just has a good record because he's played like the worst.
Yeah, but he has his whole
It's like
plan.
nobody
He has
thinks
this
he's actually
master
good.
plan he was talking about. You got Kirk at the helm, Joe Mixon, who's producing like an RB40 right now, Etienne, who's literally garbage town, Thielen, washed, Curtis Samuel, hot start, washed, Moose,
Why? How can he wash? He's like 26
Juju,
years
mid,
old.
Rams D, alright, Greg Joseph. You know it's bad when Rams D is your best roster player right there. So, and he's got James on the bench, who produced the second most points on his entire team last week.
I mean, I don't think anybody's rating him highly. So
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
He's overrated.
how am I overrated?
I'm just saying they're overrated.
I think the most overrated team is the Swan Wards.
Oh,
I would
It
agree
has to
with
be.
that.
How is he number 1 in IBM Watson?
IBM?
I'm going to keep complaining about it until they fix it.
With the Swan's cock fully in IBM's mouth.
Yeah, I mean, he has a good team. He'll make the playoffs.
I like his team. He's got Kittle, who hasn't even
He has a
played
good team.
and
He's gonna make
produced
the
yet.
playoffs. Duncan Dynasty will be in the playoffs.
I think
Sawyer will be in the playoffs.
so will. I think Burt will be in the playoffs.
Yeah, Bird is going to be in the playoffs.
But I
You
think
basically know, like,
Bert's gonna have the
there's like
classic.
7 teams who can make the playoffs right now.
It's gonna be a classic 5-0 start and then a fucking like 5-7 finish.
I mean, it could happen, but his team's like good. Like,
I think Burt is my overrated team of the year, and I think
he's
My-
like scoring well though. Like, he's.
my reasoning. I question the manager. I question the man
I
at the
think he's
helm.
going to make some
He
dumb
can't get it
decisions.
He already did. He already
He did have like a
Can't
very
finish.
tough week on the waiver wire.
He can't get it done.
I don't think losing Rodgers is really that bad because Rodgers is not going to be a good fantasy QB.
Yeah, but doesn't have a backup quarterback now.
Yeah, but like it's fine. You only need
Geno
a backup
Smith's gonna be
quarterback
back.
for 1 week.
Okay, but he's not.
Justin Herbert's his
I
starting
wouldn't have a
quarterback.
second quarterback.
Justin
on my team.
Herbert's playing injured already.
All right,
You can't-
That's fine. He still had a decent week last week.
I
He
think
put up 12 points.
he did have
All
a.
right, yeah, I guess
That's not a
okay.
decent week. Get the fuck out
But
of
that's
here.
like the same Rodgers put up, so it's not like he like.
I don't think it is. Rogers had 2 tutties.
Rodgers played the GOAT. Then again, so did
They,
Justin.
only, they didn't really do much though.
Let's check. Let's get a check.
He
on
probably had
Rodgers'
like
points.
16
Who
points.
hasn't?
My guess.
Jam Gang
Yeah,
hasn't.
probably like 16 points.
That's more than 12. He had 16.1.
Wow.
Almost as if he
Yeah, that's
looked
not
at
like a huge difference. And he
Yeah,
won.
but I think it will be. I think Herbert's out for a good bit.
You think Herbert's gonna be out?
I think he's going to be out at some point.
All right.
That's an interesting take.
mean,
I
that's
think
accurate.
the fact
Dr. Zimmerman over here.
that he
I'm the one
botched
that fucked up Terod Taylor.
the fact that he botched the asset management there was insane. I mean, he could have easily traded Aaron Rodgers,
To
but
be fair,
instead
like, I don't think he would have gotten much for Rodgers.
I think he could have got decent. He
How do you have a
dropped
backup
him.
defense but not a backup
Well,
quarterback?
yeah,
Yeah, he dropped
I
him
thought he was gonna
for
drop.
$3 for
I thought he was gonna
Panthers
drop his
D
other
and
defense.
didn't start them.
I
That
thought
is
he was- I thought he
insane.
was gonna drop the other defense, but
That makes literally zero sense.
I question the man at the helm. Jake, who's your overrated team of the year?
I haven't even looked, to be honest.
Okay,
Jake's
that's
hard
great.
thing. All right, we're gonna go to underrated team of the year. Garrett, who's your underrated team of
Wait,
the
I
year?
gotta look.
Garrett
All
just,
right, we'll go to Sam.
Garrett just dropped.
Sam,
the
who's your
reins,
underrated
so-
team of the year?
underrated team of the year?
Underrated team of the year.
I'm gonna go Fish Facts.
Fish
actually.
facts. Oh, little
As-
ego
Thank
boost.
God he's not
As
here.
Pumping
as
his
much
tires.
as much as I
With Jimmy G at the helm?
painfully say that, Fish Facts has been doing decent. Singletary's had his best year yet. Pollard's looked solid. Jefferson's kind of frauded the last 2 weeks, but still a great option. Amon Ra, great pickup. Mark Andrews has been doing great. London has looked good. Like, I think he has a really good team. He has Khalil Herbert with, Khalil Herbert, Madison, Olave, and Dobbins on the bench.
His running backs are weird.
Yeah, I mean, he needs stuff to happen to really benefit more,
But it's
but
kind of all happening.
it is all kind of happening. So
I agree. That's a good pick.
I think, he's 1-2 to start the year, but I think, I often don't believe in this franchise.
Nor the man behind it.
Nor the man at all. I actually just walked in his room and he had a hermit setup. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be my pick for underrated team. I think we could see him sneak in the playoffs pretty easily.
Garrett, what you got?
I'm not sure if there is an underrated team. Looking at I still think there's 6 playoff teams and everybody else sucks. That's pretty
That's
much
fair. All right, my underrated team,
That's
Stephon Siggs. I
Shut
think
the
this team
fuck
can
up.
do it. They just haven't found it. They have the heart. They just can't produce in the
like
field.
don't
Yeah,
rely on
okay.
yourself.
Wait for Josh Jacobs to get sick again. He's going to get COVID. He's going to be out for 2 weeks. He's going to have long COVID. He's going to be out for longer. Samir White's going to take over the helm. He's
Okay,
putting up
next
40 points a week.
segment. Come week 8, you're selling all your players.
I'm not
as soon
selling
as
anybody.
possible.
I'm a buyer this
players.
You're a buyer?
Rumor
such a
has it
waste.
Stephon Siggs is a
You're
buyer.
gonna be like
this year.
0-7.
I'm checking you into a mental assault. Dude, stop that. Stop dropping
All
it.
right. Now let's get into the results of last week. We have many nudes at Stephon Siggs. We got a barn burner here. 79.8 versus at 56.06.
An old jam gang style defensive bruiser battle.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you looking at?
Last week.
Oh, last week?
week's scores.
Got it. You said let's look ahead to last week's.
Let's look back at last week's scores. That was a tough one. Tough loss here, but we'll get them next time. That's what I always say.
As commissioner, I'm starting to take problems with Zamir White being a starting running back in this league, considering there are several options on the waiver wire that have more than 0 points every week. I mean, dude, might as well start Todd Gurley at the helm.
Craig
Jesus
Reynolds.
Christ.
Just pick up Brandon Bolden.
I just want to let you guys know that
Basically,
Sam,
what's in the
the commissioner, came to my office yesterday and threatened punishments against me for starting Zamir White 3 years in a row. And I said, "You can't do this. I can do whatever I want. I'm the commissioner."
If he does not have a single point he does not have a single point all season. If he doesn't get a point by the end of
That's
this
not true.
week, No, he doesn't
He's
have
point
a
two
point.
points.
He doesn't have a full point.
Okay, that's not what that means, but whatever.
Yes, it does. I said, let the record be known. I said a full point.
I want to let the record be known that Rears might have been right.
Might have.
Might have. Take the R word
All
and
right.
show
Oh, sorry,
it your
Eards. All right, we got Duncan versus the New London Swans. Went across the pond. New London Swans just
Disappointing from Duncan here.
good dump.
Big disappointment. Duncan's look good. I think they're
Swans
kind of
showed out too. Henry finally had a good game.
finally.
And
I mean,
CD had been asked too.
a solid team.
Yeah, so overall good performance from the Swans. Highest scoring team of the week. Duncan was alright.
Is it back-to-back high score?
I think I was last week.
You were 148.
This guy.
Bird had 142. Oh.
Yeah, and pretty much every week it's been around 130, 140 for highest scoring. And everybody else has been like the 60s.
Yeah. Mickey Mouse Scrubhouse claims the league is rigged against them.
I think
Sorry.
they just suck at fantasy football.
Yeah, I'm actually coming after you, Jimmy. You're an extreme letdown to fantasy football. When you first joined the league, I was like, "Damn, this guy knows. This guy knows. This guy knows his stuff about fantasy football. This guy knows about sports." Well, we're 5 seasons in, dude. You're garbage. Okay, good win, Sawyer.
It sucks that your bench was like a hospital during COVID too. We
I
got
wouldn't even
Eli
say-
Mitchell, we got DeAndre Hopkins, we
I
got
wouldn't
Julio
even say
Jones,
good
and
win.
Dak Prescott. That's a
wouldn't-
sorry hospital for.
I wouldn't even say a good win for Sawyer. He squeaked by with an underwhelming performance.
Actually,
James Conner has been a bust.
yeah.
Sucks.
Can I amend my overrated team? I'm gonna say hang with Hernandez. This is a team I had slotted as a clear number 1 to start the year.
Dude, well, he's getting
They're
screwed on
slowing
T.
down.
Higgins because they keep just like overturning obvious touchdowns for T. Higgins.
The
for some
one in the
reason. Like,
corner-
it's like the third one this season.
The one in the corner, insane. Garthenge against Blake. I mean, Blake back to his old ways.
Just nothing. It didn't
Just
show
nothing.
anything.
Just
Didn't show
nothing.
anything.
No effort at all.
I mean, look at these point scores: 5, 2, 9, 3, 1, 8. Like that's awful.
Even the humble squids are better.
Matt Prater was his highest scoring player.
Try.
Enough.
then-
We can stop talking about it. Garrett, great win. Not a great win.
Easy win.
An easy win.
Bortles, keep your head up. You got this.
Lamar
Get him
has
next
been
time.
a great pickup.
Lamar has been the best player in the league so far in fantasy.
Absolutely.
And possibly
Absolutely.
the NFL in general.
Then we go to, my MVP so far. Then we go to, I think, the game of the week this week, Burt and Fish Facts. Fish Facts got a little screwed by, Pollard going off but not getting that touchdown that was much needed. All the drama involved with Burt this week, all to mean almost nothing.
Jefferson
So
screwed Fish Facts. He's been poverty the last 2 weeks, and it's hurting him.
he actually
He had
has.
2 points.
I mean, he's getting doubled. He's getting a lot of action.
Kirk
Which,
just doesn't look down the field, too. It's check down city.
yeah.
I think Bert's got a lot on his mind too with Gigi. I just don't think he can. He'll ever be able to do it.
Dude, well, Bert's pulling out the wins with all the girls coming after him, so
Yeah,
That's crazy.
he'll just never put.
he hasn't been distracted yet. He's not letting the girls get to his head.
Give it time.
Give it time.
Then we have the Sleeping Titans,
And Jam Gang.
scraping away. I mean,
Squeaked out a win here.
Jam Gang has been hanging in there.
I mean, his team is very mid, but he's given it a lot of effort, so at least he's got that going.
New logo for Jam Gang too. I've never seen this yet.
yeah, I mean, you've never seen that?
No,
That is a new logo.
I like the logo.
That is
like
a new logo.
I do miss
A
the
little
pot of
rebrand.
jambalaya, but this will. This
You
time.
could learn something about a logo because yours currently says does not have a logo. So you could also learn something about branding, dumbass. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, it says this image you requested does not exist or is no longer available.
And then we have our last week of the last game of the week, and we have Ozone's Underachievers.
Dude, an absolute stinker.
An absolute stinker. There's no other way to put it. You know, Russell Gage, a big week. I'll give you that. Humble Squids.
Yeah, almost carried the Squids.
Dude, we were
Almost.
so close. We almost
Daryl
got there.
Henderson and McCall Hardman screwed you.
Honestly, given the picks that you had,
Alvin Kamara was a fumble.
Dude, Noah Brown was edging me last night, too.
If you picked anybody other than Alvin Kamara in the first round, you might have 2 wins.
I blame Logan.
it's actually true. That is actually 100% true.
100% blame Logan for that one. He said
Well,
he took BPA. He did not.
He also
did, but he
did
did.
do the entire draft.
No, he didn't. I drafted Tua.
That's probably
So
your best
far,
pick.
our best player.
That's true. Ozone 1 and 2. We'll see if he can pull out the miraculous just above even season. He's
Just
done
an
it.
even season.
Even Stevens.
Yeah, what is it? 7 and 6.
Yeah, well now there's 14 games, so you go 7 and 7.
7 and 7. Never mind. Yeah. What do we have next, Indy?
All right. A little preview into next week now. So if you will go to your week 4 calendar, please. We have Fish Facts at Stefan Siggs. My personal pick here is
Blowout.
Fish Facts should win easily. They need to win. This is a must win.
Stefan Siggs. I think my players are going to be able to pull it out this week. I have hope.
I think what makes it interesting with the new draft pick trading rules is there's going to be must wins like earlier in the season because you just need to have a good record going into that time period or you're going to be selling.
This is what Indy's coming at me for. I told them beginning of the year, basically, what's the minimum wins you need as a shit team?
So is
To
it
finish-
after week 8 or like going into week 8?
I set the date.
Okay. Well, let's just assume it's going into week 8. I think you need to be 4 and 3 or like 3 and 4 with a good points scored total.
Yeah, so that's what I came to him with. I think it's after week 8, so I said I needed
So it's
I needed
after week
4
8.
wins.
Yeah, 4 and 4. I think if you're 3 and 5, unless you like have gotten screwed a few times and your team's scoring a lot, I think that's kind of the
You
way.
can
I believe you can be
justify
0
buying.
and 8. and
If you have
still
3
buy.
wins and your team sucks, or if you have 2 wins, you're like, there's no point.
Yeah.
You have to.
So for example, I have 2 wins already. I need 2 more. James, a must win, as you said. Jefferson needs to really show out here.
So yeah, you gotta be when you're playing Squids or Sigs or Bort, you have to win that game. Like that's a must win.
Yeah.
You don't get many. You get 3 free wins on your calendar, and you have to win.
Unless you don't play one of us, which does happen. Just
I think like one. I think it's the Scrub House probably.
Might be. Yeah.
cool. All right.
Yeah,
That's
Fish Facts will win.
Must win.
Stefan Siggs by a hair. Then we got Mickey Mouse Scrubs versus Duncan. I think Duncan just walks all over. I think it's gonna be.
I don't know. I think it's going to be competitive. I think Scrub House will show some fight this week. I think Duncan will win, but I think it's going to be a close one.
Scrubhouse is going to pull a Colts.
It's basically last gasp already for the Scrub House. Like,
Yeah.
0 and 4, that would be really bad.
0 and 4 in this league.
That's hard to come back from.
You're done.
I think the only team to make.
Don't do it.
Sorry.
Don't give him credit.
Not in the mic.
Don't-
Not in the mic.
He choked on his words because he knew what he was about to say.
The only team to make the playoffs during that was Eards in the Mickey Mouse year where there was no money involved.
Not Mickey
Start
Mouse
off
year.
like 0 and 5.
Very legit year. Very real.
Apologies, audience.
Aaron Judge is up to bat. If he hits a home run, you're going to hear a yell. Just warning everybody
I'm gonna
now.
lose my fucking mind.
It's
Oh.
not a home run.
And he sucks.
Not a home run. All right, cool. That's a little preview for that.
I
we got
think Scrubhouse money or Scrubhouse spread plus
Scrubhouse
10.
spread. Interesting. All right, we got the New London Swans at the Scammers.
I'm worried about this one. I'm not gonna lie.
The Swan. I think the Swans will win easily.
I think they'll
Easy
win.
win for the Swans.
I think they'll win. And I think they'll cover the spread minus 24. Unfortunately,
Yep.
don't like my matchups, and
or your team.
well, I do like my team.
Well, then you're
a
an
little
idiot.
bit. Anyway, I have some moves in the waiver process.
All right.
Some major moves.
This one we have this one should be the match of the week. We got Hang with Hernandez at Garthenge Multi-Beast. We got a 0.5 point difference in the projected points.
It's a pick'em.
It is
Yeah,
a pick-up.
I mean, it's my first real test. As long as I keep scoring like I have been, though, I feel like I'll be okay. It's really up to if Christian Kirk can keep up the points and if Jamal Williams can fill in fine. I mean, he's been filling in more than fine for Swift, and if he can keep that up, I'm going to be fine.
Do you know if Buffalo's defense is still poverty?
What do you mean?
Like injured?
They're all injured, yeah.
Yeah.
Going to next week?
Like no safeties.
I don't know if it's official.
Lamar could have a feast.
I think that game should be high scoring.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Garthenge.
All right.
Money line.
I'm gonna go Garrett there too. Next matchup we got Bortles versus the man himself, Bert.
I like Bert.
You like Bert?
I think he'll be 4-0 going into Big Bert and Ernie Bowl. They'll both be 4-0.
4-0.
4-0. Yep.
Yeah, that's
It'll
just,
be the biggest matchup possibly in league history.
possibly.
Possibly. Non-playoff matchup.
I think it does. It has the potential to be the biggest non-playoff matchup. You know, a rivalry, not a rivalry week, but you know, one of those random off days. I think I'm gonna go with Bert. I think Bert will win this.
I'm gonna go Bortles here. I think Chase is a big game. I think Cooks finally steps up a little bit. I think a lot of his players have solid matchups. Will kind of line up well, and I think Bort upsets Bert.
That'd be huge.
It would
I
be
do.
It would send shockwaves across the league.
absolute shockwaves. Right?
We'll know a lot of information after Thursday.
I think there's possibly gonna be 4 0-4 teams after this week, which would just be like terrible.
4 teams.
0-4.
Alrighty, next matchup we got Jam Gang versus the Humble Squids. Will Jam Gang be adding squids to their jambalaya recipe this week?
No.
No.
I'm going Squids to win their first game. I think Kamara actually shows up. Kamara can't fraud every week in London. Vikings run D has been a little sus.
This week we're doing Rex at Flex, so it's basically.
Oh, Rex
And
at
Rex at
flex.
And Aaron Judge just had his third walk of the game.
We love an Aaron Judge walk. I think Jam does add an extra ingredient to his recipe, and it is squid. That's my guess here.
That's sort of a faith in us, asshole.
I don't. I have 0.
Yeah, Jan could be 2-2 after 4 weeks with his poverty ass team. It'll keep him in the hunt.
That'd be huge.
The hunt.
In the hunt for playoffs.
I believe in you.
Yeah.
I believe in you, Jam. All right. Last matchup, we got Sleeping Titans at the Ozone Layer.
Titans in a landslide.
Yeah, I have no faith in CO. Sorry, dude.
We are woke on the Titans. They're gonna
Unlike unwoken Bert.
yes, unwoke Bert, sleep Bert. That's an easy one. Easily Titans by a mile there. Yeah, that's all. That's our entire matchup. Any final thoughts by anybody?
We're about halfway through the non-pick tradings part of the season. It will be interesting to see what happens in a couple weeks, and just, you know, could have a lot of changes with the mid teams ascending, but you know, it'll be free reign. So it's been pretty exciting. Hopefully we get a few upsets this week, and let's go Squids.
Yeah.
Go Squids!
Go Squids. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys next week.